Hey guys, Pastor P here with 25 Days of Christmas. Can y'all believe it? I mean, wow, it seems to be just flying by. Who would have thunk? So, do y'all want to read? No? Alexis, did you want to read? Fine, I guess I'll read. We're feeling a little stiff today. Alright, so here we go. The camel. I sure have been walking for a long time, but I don't mind. My long legs are good for this sort of thing. Are your long legs, Alexis? Are those long legs? Okay, apparently she didn't think that was funny. Alright, before this journey began, I was living in the stables of a king in a land far, far away. I loved having people visit me, and I especially enjoyed carrying the king around, or his kingdom, everywhere. Then one day the king told me I was going on a long journey to a distant land. I would carry an old teacher who was entrusted to take a whole bunch of treasure to a new king in Israel. Any idea who that is? I had no idea how far away Israel was, but I was about to find out. That's a long way, isn't it? Y'all just seem so happy tonight. Don't they seem happy? Okay, so you can see the camel there. The camel's looking. He's got like the blue and the gold and the green. Can you count how many stars there are? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I count like 13. How many do you count? That's what I see. Are there more? Anyhow, once we left the palace, we followed a striking bright light in the sky as we traveled across the dry and sometimes lonely desert. Luckily, my big, broad feet are good for walking across gravel and sand. Remember, we're reading this as if we are the camel. All the while, I was carrying the old teacher on my back and leading the other camels on the way to visit the new king. Being a camel, I didn't need much food or water. Remember, because they have those big humps. The large humps on my back, they store all the energy I need for a long journey. As we travel through the deep valleys and the tall mountains, y'all are tall tonight. And I look at the amazing sights. I keep blinking my long eyelashes to keep the sand out of my eyes. Oh, look at the picture. You see his long eyelashes? I see him there. Eventually, we came to a huge, wonderful city. There, the kind teacher, he patted my head and assured me that our journey was nearly over. I hope so. He and a student went into a grand palace to speak with a king. I was sure this was the king, but when they came out, the teacher said that we had a little further to go. I don't mind, the camel said. We saddled back up and we set off for the little town. You know what town?
What town?
The star led us toward a small town just down the road from the big city. Do you know what the big city was? It was Jerusalem. After walking for months and months, my feet are starting to hurt and my humps need some food. While the teacher and his student have been very kind to me and the other camels, I could use some rest. We're almost at the little town now. I sure hope the teacher and his student can finally meet the new king, but I wonder who he is. Do you ever see anybody with a pet camel? I've never seen a pet camel with anybody. But these guys, they used to travel around by camel. And so now, remember, the Magi, they hopped on their camels. I think they were named Clyde. This one's probably named Clyde. I don't know, but I'm going to go with that. And they cut across the desert, and they get to where they're going. And they're told, hey, a little bit further to the city of Bethlehem, where they're going to find a baby. Be here tomorrow. I'll see you then, Pastor P.